What if the end of your marriage wasn't the end of your story, but the beginning of your healing? In her debut memoir, Divorcing into Paradise, Seeing the Truth About Love, Jennifer King shares a powerful journey of forgiveness, grace, and choosing peace over resentment. Sometimes love changes, sometimes people grow apart, but that doesn't mean you can't evolve, heal, and create a new kind of relationship built on respect. Discover why readers have given it a 5-star rating on Amazon and see why this inspiring memoir is giving hope to anyone learning to love life again. Get your copy of Divorcing into Paradise today on Amazon.
Love after the fairy tale. Love after the fairy tale.
Welcome to the Love After the Fairytale show with author Jennifer Lynn King, a show where we have honest conversations about healing, hope, and finding love after heartbreak. If you've ever experienced heartbreak, divorce, or wondered if love could exist on the other side of disappointment, or simply needed hope that your best chapter is still ahead, then you come to the right place. I'm your co-host, Coach Simone Kelly, and of course, I'm here with your host, author Jennifer Lynn King. Hey, Jennifer.
Hey everyone, I'm so happy to be here again.
Yes, this is episode 3, and today's topic is a heavy one. It is when love hurts and why is it hard to leave? This is one of the things I really want to really go hard on because I know clients and I have a dear friend that's dealing with this right now. And it's like you can't wrap your head around it when it's not you. You're like, why are you still there? Why are you still there? But brought on one of my dear friends, Yali Giovanni, who is a coach. You have like several titles. How many titles you got? Give them to me.
I listen, to make it short and sweet, holistic wellness practitioner
Perfect.
and guide. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and that encompasses everything that you do.
Yes.
So Yali, tell us where you're from and where you are.
I am originally from Panama, the country, not the city in Florida.
And you
And
speak
I am
Spanish fluently. What?
yes, I speak Spanish. Yo hablo español. Speak, write, read, all of it. But I'm currently located in Atlanta, Metro Atlanta. I'm here in Georgia. I love it here. Aside from that, I am also a doula. So I am a doula in all 3 areas, which is end of life. I call it transition because I don't like the title of end of life because we don't die. Doula, birth, end of life, and postpartum doula.
Yeah, you taught me about that. I didn't even know that was. I didn't know they had an end of life doula.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
well, thank you for being here. I've had you on Your Power Radio before, and you're always an amazing guest. So, I had to call
Gratitude.
you back.
Gratitude for calling me back.
That shows you did a good job, right? And you have good juicy stories like Jennifer too. But we can laugh about them now, even though they were traumatic back.
Yes. Yes.
So I know I wanted to first talk about a topic that Jennifer didn't know what it meant. So Jennifer, you want to ask the question?
Yes. What is love bombing?
Yeah. I was telling Jennifer, we're gonna talk about love bombing. She was like, what is that? And what basically I feel like it's fairly new. I think the social media helped make it popular.
Yeah.
But it seems like almost everybody I know has been through it. So I'm gonna give you the definition that I found so that we can keep it official here. All right. Love bombing is a pattern where someone showers a new partner with intense affection and attention early on, sometimes to create quick emotional dependence or control. Common signs include rushing intensity, constant messaging, over-the-top compliments, grand gestures or gifts early, pressure for quick commitment, ignoring boundaries, isolation from family or friends, and affection that flips to guilt or withdrawal if you don't comply. The biggest red flag is when the early intensity shifts into manipulation or devaluation. Basically, healthy love respects your pace. Love bombing pressures it. So, based on that definition, how many of you ladies have been through love bombing? And can
I.
you too? Can you share an example of like maybe what was one of the things that made you say, "Oh my God, this is amazing"? He's like, he's my dream.
Who, me?
Yeah, you got. Why don't you go?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear that part. The man I was married to, you know, he was so kind and attentive in the beginning, and telling me how beautiful I am, even though I already know I was beautiful. But it always feels better coming from your mate,
Right.
and then it didn't take too much longer for the real person to show up, right? Because you can
Tell us.
only show your representative, but for so long.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but yeah, that's how he hooked me in first.
Right. What about you, Jennifer? Now that you know the definition, what they call that back in your day when you were dating?
The drug dealer and the drug user. The
Not right.
drug dealer is the one dishing out all that love and affection.
Yes,
You're beautiful. You can do anything. And then now you're stuck and you're addicted.
yes,
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. The friend I have, unfortunately, Yali, the show we talked about, we did many like months ago.
uh-huh.
She's still in. She finally supposedly got out of it. I'm praying she is. But
Okay,
did a show, Jennifer, about toxic relationships. But she literally keeps chasing that high, like you said.
yes,
Oh, I remember when he was so nice. Oh, we had such fun. And like I even joke for her, and she's gonna be watching this. So I joke for her because she always starts her stories was everything was fine. And then, like
yeah,
we were dancing, and then somebody looked at me and touched my shoulder and he got mad at me because I let them touch my shoulder, like just dramatic turnaround.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, why do you keep staying? I still can't rattle my head around it, but that's what the show is about. We'll talk about it. All right. So Yali, for you, can you share, because since you've been through it, why can it be so difficult to leave a relationship if you know it's unhealthy and harmful? Like, tell us what the progression with the ex-husband.
So for me, the progression was we were heavily in the church then. So it went from, oh, you don't have to wear skirt, because my skirts were just a tad bit above my knee.
Mhm.
Wear the skirts below the knee, or you don't have to wear makeup, or you don't have to fix your hair this way. It was always something really micro
Mhm.
um that led to the macro of the relationship. So then it was like, oh, you don't have to do this, or you don't have to do that. So what they do is they get into your psyche,
Right.
right? And so what I deducted from that is that it's a lower vibrational energy, right? So if you're not feeling good about yourself, you're feeling depressed, you're gonna attract that type of person
Right.
unknowingly, that they're manipulative, right? So that's how he started off. And then it went from telling me what not to wear anymore to telling me what to do. And
Pause there. I want to go back to the what not to wear. So was it more like you're attracting too much attention? That's why or you're looking like a
yeah,
fool? Did he go extreme?
no, 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 because I didn't dress that way.
Okay.
But I was always petite with a cute little shape.
Okay.
Right. And so he didn't want anybody to see my cute little shape. Yeah. But when you in it, you don't realize what's happening,
Mhm.
because you're thinking that, this person cares about me, type of foolishness. And I was much younger. Um, so yeah, I was like, okay, and didn't think too much of it, and was buying, skirts below the knee that wasn't, old lady-ish, because I was very dainty.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I was very dainty.
So did it get to the point where you were looking at the ground or scared to look at people? Was anything like
Oh
that? Were you
no,
isolated?
no, no, that wasn't my problem. That was
Oh,
his problem. Yeah. But ours came, ours got physical because I was not
complying.
complying. Yeah, because you're not my dad. You don't tell me what to do. I understand, like at the moment, in the moment, I understood, okay, maybe, and it was still wrong, but maybe my skirt is a little too tight. Now I might shift from that, but to tell me what to do, bro, you crazy. So we would get into physical altercation because he would want to tell me what to do, and I could fight. I mean, he was still a man, but I would fight back. I didn't just sit there and take it. I never took it.
So then what made you want to stay if he hit you after he hit you?
Because what happens is that you don't realize that you're being mentally brain fucked. You don't realize that, right? Because when you're in it, they have a sense of control over you. Because what happens is that when you come into it, you're already in low vibration. So you're thinking low of yourself. You don't think you're beautiful. You always have these if I, or I'm not pretty, or I'm not this, or I'm not that. So you're attracting that energy to you, not realizing that you're attracting that person. So when you attract that person, now he is in your head because he starts to manipulate you. What I realized with him is that he studied me.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
was gonna ask both of you, Jennifer and Yali. Did you guys tell the guy about your relationships in the past too much? Because sometimes when you tell them, "Oh, this
No,
guy did that to me," and da, 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 then they go, "Oh, well, then I must be the prince."
no, no, I
Uh,
didn't. And my past relationship before him were fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was actually jealous of my two girls' father and I relationship because we were cool.
Right.
And he was so jealous of that. Um, but I never spoke details about our Evan and I's relationship because I felt like he was jealous that we were cool. So imagine if I had shared how the relationship was, he would have gotten even worse.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah. So
Jennifer-
he studied me. Sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I was gonna ask Jennifer the same thing. Did you tell your ex a lot about, oh, this guy did that to me, this guy, did you share like all your woes?
I came to this relationship at a very low level.
Yeah.
I tried to commit suicide.
Mm.
Bad relationships. I was drinking, drugging, and he was different than
Oh,
Mhm.
other men. And lifting me up, listening to me is what he really did. And as I
Yeah.
poured out all of my low vibrations, that guy took it all in, just like you said.
yeah.
Mhm.
And the listening, aka studied you.
Yes, he did.
But
And I
you
did
Mhm.
also,
today.
Yali doesn't know this. He was also a very intelligent man, psychologist with a gazillion degrees. So
Yeah,
I think it was a project.
three master degrees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but definitely his project. He thought he was gonna work on.
Yeah. And a PhD in manipulation.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
Yes,
part. That
yeah,
part.
absolutely. He was good at it too.
Yeah.
What is a trauma bond?
Mm. A
How
trauma.
can someone
Oh, sorry.
how can someone tell the difference between a trauma bond and true genuine love?
The definition of a trauma bond is a strong, unhealthy emotional attachment that forms between a person being abused and their abuser. It is driven by repeating cycles of mistreatment and sudden affection, which make the person feel unable to leave. That sounds like it's tied in with the love bombing. Same thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the same. It just a different definition.
Yeah.
And a lot of people also trauma bond they come together because they both have had the same or similar traumas.
Yeah.
And so that's how they build their relationship on, not realizing that both are unhealed and both need space to heal from the traumas. So they
Right.
recognize each other and they find love in the trauma that they experience because it's familiar to both of them.
Right. And it's not always relationship love. It could be two
Correct.
friends that were in a group home together, or I don't know.
Yes, correct.
Feel connected, but they're not healthy for each other. So,
Yes.
can you relate to that, Jennifer, as far as trauma bonding with the ex?
Yeah, because I've been in relationships with the coworkers or friends, where we came and we both with that low level of energy, and
Yeah.
you know, cast it off on each other, but it was a sick relationship.
Yeah.
Eventually came apart because either me or her wanted to move upward, and that caused one of my friends who just passed away to be jealous, and she said it. She says, "You're moving away from me. You're getting boyfriends," and this was after divorce, and I feel like you're leaving me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that sounds like what we're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bond that occurs between either married people or friendship.
Yeah.
So I think that the key here is paying attention to the red flags. And unfortunately, when we're all in love and we see Tweety birds in our eyes, we don't see that the red flags.
Yeah.
Um, Thankfully, look, I got to knock on wood. I've never been in an abusive relationship, but I was almost in one, and I
Yeah.
saw the signs. And honestly, I didn't even see the signs. One of my mentor friends, she was 46 at the time. I was like 26, and she was like, the guy that I was dating. It was only for a month, but it was very like fast. Like
Yeah.
every day he wanted to see me. Every day he wanted to go somewhere. It was like he's so much fun. This is exciting, yeah. And like he was very very intellectual but fun, and he had swag. Like he had it all, honey. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the thing that got me was when I realized he didn't want to meet none of my friends. He only wanted to be around me. And then at first I was like, okay, what he likes me. And then my
Yeah.
mentor friend was like, girl, pay attention to the signs, because he started getting very jealous.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked you guys if you were looking at the ground, because that's what happened to me. I was literally looking at the ground in Great Adventures, Six Flags. For those who don't know, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kept accusing me of looking at people, or like, and I'm just like, I don't want to argue. Like, I'm sick of arguing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but I thought my friend was like, he's going to hit you next. These are the signs. He's gonna strike,
Yes.
warning me, and I was like, thank God I got out of it.
Right.
He was,
And thank God that you listen.
yeah. Well, it's a long story, but the short version is the biggest red flag was we went out, and I had on a nice outfit, and he didn't want nobody looking at me. Usually we would take the train where we were going. He was like, no, we're gonna take a cab. And
Oh, wow.
he flipped. I think I'm almost 99% sure he had bipolar. He started looking at me, and he was like, and I'm like, we're in the cab. I'm like, we're chilling. He's like, you're doing it again. You're doing it again. And I'm like, doing what?
Wow.
We're doing what again? You don't think I see you looking at him? The taxi driver.
Wow.
Taxi drivers making eyes at each other. And I said, yeah, that's when I got to go. I'm out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was too many times. But anyway, for you guys, what were the red flags that all your friends and family saw that you didn't see? I'm just curious, so that we can make other people pay attention to the signs. Do you know?
My friends and family didn't say anything.
They didn't know. They didn't
If
see
they
it?
saw the flags, they never shared anything with me.
Well, what were the flags now that your eyes are open? Do you remember any that were like, okay, this is not right?
Initially, no, because he hooked me. He was very calculating. He
Right.
hooked me in first before he started showing off.
Okay. You said the
Yeah.
same too, because Jennifer was with her husband for 2 years dating before he started acting violent. 2 years he held it off. They say 90 days is usually, but 2 years is pretty frightening.
That's why I say when they have a PhD in manipulation, they will hang in there. It will take, it don't matter how long it takes, as long as they can gain control.
Right. But
Yeah.
you said the red flags technically were the changing of the outfits. Like he wanted you to wear your dresses
For me, yes.
more appropriate.
Yeah.
And no makeup. You had to stop wearing makeup?
Right. So I went from, because I used to wear makeup. So it went from, oh, you don't have to wear makeup, you're pretty already. He would say stuff like that. Now, I'll fall for it, Um,
Like this, like
right. Type of thing. So, I fell for it. But then when he started moving into arguing all the time, and I remember one time I said, well, who's the bitch in the relationship?
oh,
I'm the woman and I'm not arguing. All you want to do is argue if it's for rice grain, if it's, the clothes not folded right, or, it was always something that he wanted to argue about.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer, jump in, say something.
Oh, I was dating him during those 2 years. We went out to a restaurant, and was we were in Tampa, and it was a little bit racist in Tampa at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went in, and we sat down, and over to the window, there were 4 guys, white guys, at the table, and I could feel his energy change as we sat down, but I couldn't figure out what that was. So I was looking at the menu and looking at him. Then I saw him slip off his shoes. And I grabbed his arm and I said, what are you doing? I'm going to kill these crackers next to you, sitting over there looking at you. I said, if you get up from this table, I may kill you. And I said, waiter, waiter, call your manager. I screamed, call your manager, because
Wow.
he was going to attack those men
Oh my God.
Wow.
physically. Physically, he
Yeah,
was going to attack those men.
that-
That was a huge red flag. And I
Oh,
still married him.
yeah, that was
After the
Mm.
marriage, another big red flag I didn't know is I had we moved to Tampa, and I was going through my picture album, when I was single. He had he had taken out all the pictures with a man on it.
oh my
And
God.
so it was spot. We used to pull the plastic back and put the picture
Yeah.
in. And there were spots when I first opened it up. And I'm like, what? Why is the spots here with pictures all together?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
psycho. Like these men, some of them is insane. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure what men deal with this too. It's not, I'm not going to say it's only men, but it's usually
Yeah.
only.
Right.
Yeah, I never knew that he would do that. What?
Yeah.
And I tried to make sense of it. Why would he remove pictures of my book that I created before I knew him, of
Yeah.
men that he doesn't even
It's
know?
before he knew. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
I
he
mean,
still don't know them. He just knows me.
Right.
some people will be. I mean, I even knew a guy that was jealous of my male cat, and it's like it's a cat.
What?
Like, oh, look how he's looking at me. Oh, and I'm just like, it's my son. That's not my boyfriend.
Right.
There's some people that are really that they
Yeah.
want, and people that I'm glad I'm past my childbearing ages. But if I would have had a baby with him, he would have been jealous of the baby.
I'm
Like
sure.
those kind of men. Um, Jennifer, ask the next question, number 5.
How much do fear, finances, children, shame, loneliness, or simply having to start over play into someone's decision to stay?
100%.
Did you have
A
children
hundred
with
percent.
him? You got children with this guy? I can't remember. With the one we were talking about, Yali.
Oh yeah, Kayla, my
Oh,
last child.
okay.
Yeah, that was with the man I was married to.
So can you share at least the last, I guess, when you had your last straw, when you realized I have to get out of it, like what was the reason for you holding on? Like it was because he was helping pay the bills, or
Yes. So when I was pregnant with Kayla, we had a huge argument, and I was sick. I was like towards the end of my 6 month um stage, and he pushed me against the wall. And when he pushed me against the wall, I fell like down to the floor. You know how you see it in a cartoon when they hit the one, they just like melt to the ground.
yeah, right?
And it induced an asthma attack, and I died.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, I died when I was pregnant with Kaylin. And so when the cops came, no, this was after. So I died when I was pregnant with Kayla. And so when I went to the hospital, they kept me in for 3 days, and then after that, the doctor released me on bed rest until delivery.
Oh
So
wow,
between that time, I was relying on him because I only had, what, 60% of my pay at the time,
right.
because
Really?
disability is 60%.
Mm-hmm.
And so I relied heavily on, his him being the provider.
Yeah,
And the deal was, because I didn't want to have any more children, because I didn't want to have 2 baby daddies.
right,
Because remember, I have the first 2
right.
with 1. And so the deal was that I will stay home for the first year so she won't go to daycare. And so being on bed rest into delivery and after, he had control.
Ooh, yeah.
He had full control. And so that's how I ended up being dependent on him and him providing. And whenever I would try to go back into the workforce, prior to that expiration of the year, he'll be kind and then he'll be mean again.
Uh-huh. Probably
So
jealous
that's
that you
how
have
I
a
got
job.
trapped.
Did he
Yeah.
accuse you of dating anybody at work? Because I hear that a lot too.
Oh
Like,
yeah, my boss. My first boss was a lady, right? So he will accuse me of sleeping with her. So then when I got tired of it and my mistake was not taking a leave. I resigned.
Oh.
Yeah, so when I wanted to go back to work, that position was already filled. At the time, I was a medical assistant in pediatrics. So that position was filled, but she helped me get another one. So, but the other one was in administration, which was fine with me. So when I got that job, that boss was a man, a black man. Then he started accusing me of sleeping with my boss. He went so far as calling the job and telling people that I was sleeping with my boss and it was under investigation.
Oh my God. Maybe
Yes.
they want you to lose your job.
He wanted me to lose my job.
Yeah.
So of course they didn't find anything. It was unfounded because I wasn't sleeping with my boss. Um, so after that, I decided to leave. Like I could not be in the same state, in the same city with him because he will find me. I moved all the way to the south side, like deep in the south side of Chicago, because I knew he didn't like going to the south side. And he still drove there to try to attempt a second time. I said, the third time he gonna try to be successful, and I'm not gonna be here. So that's when I decided to move to Florida.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
quickly tell the story about when one of your family members told him where you were when you escaped.
No, this was a church acquaintance. I can't even
Oh,
call her
that's who
friend.
told him?
The lady that helped me find the apartment told him where I was.
And just share that story about when he came.
Yes, so he came. I was in the shower. What she did was, it's so much to this story. What she did was she called me and said she made cookies for the kids to send them over to get the cookies.
So
But
she set you up.
she set me up. So then my oldest daughter decided to stay back. So I said, okay, you don't have to go, mama. So I told Ebony, take Kayla and just bring some cookies back for Lexi. So I went into the shower and I'm showering and I felt a shift. It was unexplainable. So I turned off the water because I wanted to hear what the hell was that, right? I
Mhm.
had goosebumps everywhere and I got goosebumps right now talking about it. And but I didn't hear anything. So I turned back on the water to rinse myself off because now I'm rushing to get out to see why I felt this.
Right.
When I opened my bathroom door, child, that man was standing there. And I saw the demon in him. You hear me? And I started screaming, I don't even know where I live. Get out of my house. And I was just screaming uncontrollably. I said, Lexi, call the police. So she grabbed my phone. She called the police. I had just bought some designer glasses. I spent $500 on them glasses. That man snatched them glasses off my face and snapped it in half and took it with him.
Right.
Good man. And did your daughter let him in? Like they didn't know?
Yeah, because she was
His
a
dad.
kid,
Yes,
you
my dad.
know, and that's like her dad because he's been in
Oh,
her
like
life for so long.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, you know, because Kayla was like 3-ish around that. Yeah, I think she was like 2-ish,
Oh,
3-ish
little.
when this happened. And I
Oh,
said, you know what? Mm-mm. And I hadn't clicked that she was the one that gave him the information. That came 10 years later,
oh,
having a conversation with someone who I
wow.
used to, yeah. And he's like, him and his wife was telling me how they miss me and how ever since I left, nothing was ever the same.
Right.
And he wished that we could go back to, those times where we'll have the wife will cook and we'll sit down and talk and laugh and play games. And I started explaining why I had to leave. And he said, wait a minute, that was me that took him there. That was my car.
Oh my God.
And he said, the lady that you brought to our party that day? I said, yeah. He said, that was the one that told him where you live.
Wow.
I said, what?
The
But
devil is-
that's how I found out it was her.
For someone listening who knows their relationship is unhealthy, but doesn't feel strong enough or ready to leave yet, what is the first step that they can take?
I would suggest trusting yourself because all of it happened. The shift happened for me when I trusted that I can do better. and that I will be okay regardless if if he is in control of the money, right? So when I left not having anything. And what was holding me back was, oh, how am I going to pay the rent? Or how I'm going to buy groceries? Or how I'm going to, whatever. How am I going to provide for my children or provide for myself? But the minute I decided that I'm going to throw myself out there and it's going to find itself to me, that's when everything shifted for me. So I shifted out of fear, not realizing that I was living in fear, if that makes sense.
Right.
So I like took my power back and
Yeah.
just walked is what happened.
Own your power.
Own my power, baby.
Yeah. You walk out of fear and you walk into faith, and
Yeah.
not knowing where it is. It's like
Correct.
it's a step. You step into the abyss when you do that,
Yes.
and you
Yes.
don't see the next sidewalk, but you have faith
Right.
that you won't fall down. and you
Correct.
take that step.
Yes.
I have lots of things to
Can you
say
share
about that.
can you share one thing from you, Jennifer, at one point that made you say, okay, enough is enough. I'm out of here. I can't take it.
Yeah, there was always a problem with money. And he had spent some money that had come to us for fixing a car that a lady had hit. So they were sending us the checks. And I told him we need to hold on to the checks, so we fixed the car. So this one particular day he came home from work, he looked agitated and he said, "You made me spend that money on whatever he spent it on for the car. And now the car's acting up." And I thought to myself, that's a damn lie.
Yeah.
Put it up and down. I cannot do this anymore.
Yeah.
I looked at this guy, I grabbed my purse, and I says, I have to run an errand. I'll be right back. I got in my car and I got a Yellow Pages or something, and I was looking for how to rent an apartment. I had $503 to my name. That was my money. $503.
Wow.
I shifted when I walked out the door and went to this place where they looked for apartments for me. Thank God I had good credit. I just have no money. And it shifted to faith because the lady said, "Oh, we have the first month rent free."
Ooh, look at that.
Yes. And when I finally got the apartment, when I put the key in the door and opened it and stepped in, I fell to my knees.
Wow.
I was crying so hard. It was like the chains and shackles had been taken off of me, and I was back.
Yeah.
Jennifer was back because I had been gone for 19 years, and now I was back in my
Yeah.
own head, in my own space.
Space is everything, man.
Yes,
Everything.
yeah,
Aw.
it is.
Well, thank you. Thank you. This is good information. I would like to add, like I said, I almost was in one, but the tip that the lady gave me was journal. She said, document everything.
Everything.
Because you start thinking you're crazy. You're like, is this really happening? Like, am I crazy? Yeah. Because I rationalized, oh, he's just a little jealous because I was like in love with the love bombing. And I was like, he's just a little.
Yeah.
And then I started saying, okay, this happened. He was mad at me at Great Events for looking at somebody. Then he got mad at me because I look cute. You know, then
Yeah.
argued about, oh, and funny enough, sorry to ramble, but I just remember something. Jennifer freaked me out because the first red flag for me was our first date. Same exact thing your husband did. We sat down and a bunch of Spanish guys were behind me. And I would have been facing the Spanish guys. And he said, no, let's change our seats. And in my head, I'm thinking like how men think, oh, I got to face the door. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. But
Yeah.
he didn't want them looking at me.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
that's how we got into a fight in Great Adventures because there was a bunch of little white boys. They were like 18 years old, and he thought I was staring at them, and I'm like,
Wow.
Yeah. Inadvertent jealousy.
psycho.
Yeah.
And
She's on TikTok.
and good looking as he was so fine, like he was good looking. Like, why are you so insecure? What's your problem? Like,
Childhood
yeah.
trauma.
But his mom, let's check it. He had the Huxtables. His mom was a psychologist, and his father was a doctor.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Childhood trauma.
Yeah, that's what I think. That his mom probably was practice on his ass. Made him crazy. But journaling, my point is journal. I tell people to document your patterns because you don't realize it. You just be like, oh my God, today's amazing. He got me roses. Oh, he hit me. Oh, and then he made up with me, and then he hit me again. And it always start off with hitting. It could be verbal. The friend I'm talking about, he recently just hit her, but before that, it was oh, your hair's too big, you're causing too much attention. Oh, you're not appropriate. If she had on
Yeah.
jogging pants, it's not appropriate. Change your outfit, and also religious issues. He was 5%er,
Mm.
whatever, a sect of a Muslim religion, but he was over
Mhm.
top with it. Picked out her clothes. They should match all.
What?
Yes, and then I'm looking at her like. Then I realized her Instagram changed. She stopped posting
Mhm.
like she took down all her pictures in a bathing suit or cute outfits. Like that control just blew my mind. Because when somebody that's so powerful and strong, like, how
Yeah.
do you turn to that? Like, is the penis that good? Like,
No, it's not even about that. I wholeheartedly believe that these particular demons are assigned to people of light. And so whatever,
oh, that's
yeah, that but that's just my opinion. So whatever little inch they can get from you of feeling down, like you could be on your cycle. And when you're on your cycle, you feel down, depressed, bloated, sick.
Yeah.
It could be just that little window that they will find to seep through.
right, right. Ooh,
Because they are assigned for you to dim your light. They're assigned to dim your light. I
that's a
wholeheartedly
good
believe
analogy.
that.
Yeah, and demon is a good analogy too. But hopefully, everybody listening learned something today. Yali, tell us how we can reach you. If people want to follow you, your Instagram, and you have retreats and fun events.
Yes, I have upcoming retreats coming up here in Georgia, October 24th through the 25th. I have another retreat coming up in Panama, January 14th through the 18th.
Woo!
And you can find me across all social media platforms under Yali Giovanni. And if you want to go a little further, info at yaligiovanni.com. My
Put all
website
your
is yaligiovanni.com.
Yeah, I'll put all your info in the show notes. But yeah, make sure everybody follow her, join her mailing list.
Yes, join my mailing list because you get a little bit of everything. Dear is so full.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you, Yali. All right.
Gratitude for having me.
All right. Next up, we have Jennifer. You're going to read a scene from Divorcing into Paradise. Everybody, make sure you get your copy. Support her. 5 stars on Amazon. All right. So tell us, set up the scene for us. What are we reading today?
We're reading me realizing I had entered a bad marriage after only 1 year
Okay.
building up to that. My mother called to wish me a happy anniversary, first year. I stated it's not happy at all. I confided in her that I had made a mistake and never should have married him. She asked me what was going on, and I started to cry, then sob uncontrollably. She held the phone in silence, allowing me time to gather myself. I shared the violent verbal and physical abuse, as well as the unwarranted outburst my husband exhibited. I felt lonely away from home and was afraid to have any conversations with him. When he became angry about anything, I would not say a word for fear of his rage. I felt silence and couldn't see myself staying in this marriage any longer. And I stayed for 19 years.
Mm-mm-mm. Woo! Well, I'm glad you got out of it. But that's a perfect
Take a
example of
deep
like
breath
feeling trapped. Yeah. And
and staying.
yeah. And we talked about this in episode, I think 2. No, was it 2 or 1? But yeah, you go deeper into like the reasons. But if you want to purchase the book to see more and learn more, go to divorcingintoparadise.com. It's divorcinginto-paradise.com. Get your copy and support my girl, Jenny Jen. Jennifer, I heard you are doing some sort of special giveaway to some of our listeners.
Yes.
What is it? Tell us.
I'm giving away one book to a lucky winner. All you have to do is join my mailing list by going to my website. I'll be announcing the winner online.
Go to the show notes, y'all. Click the link and join the mailing list. All right, that's exciting. And you'll get an autograph copy. Let's add that part.
Thank you so much for joining us on Love After the Fairytale. If today's conversation encouraged you, I'd love for you to subscribe, leave a review, and share this podcast with someone who needs a little hope. And don't forget to grab your copy of my book using the link in the show notes.
That's right. In the next episode, we're diving into a really hot, spicy topic. Can trust be rebuilt after cheating? Infidelity can shake the very foundation of a relationship. But does cheating always mean that the relationship has to end? Not all the time. So don't miss it. We're going to have some experts on this show, and we're going to have experiences from not just women, but also men that have been cheated on. So it's going to be a good, juicy one. Until next time.
The fairy tale may have ended, but your story is not over.
Bye.